I just realized I completely drenched my wall. Hi guys, my name's Melissa. I am a low density curly and I'm here to show you how bounce curl, clump and define can also be used for fine hair. If you want to see how that turns out, then keep watching. Today I'm going to go in with all Bounce Curl products, gentle clarifying shampoo, and I'm going to follow up with a deep conditioner. I'm going to completely skip conditioner and just go in with the deep conditioner. So let's see what we're working with. I'm just going to wet everything a little bit and then brush all the tangles through. So I'm going to use a wide tooth comb. You can use a Denman brush, a wet brush, whatever you like, your fingers. I'm just going to go through and get all the tangles out. I'm actually going to add a little bit more water. And I'm adding more water because the Clump and Define cream is a very thick cream. Very thick. And I hesitated to buy it because I didn't think it would work on my hair. I like volume over definition, so it may seem like I have a lot of hair sometimes, depending on what products I use, but I really don't. I mean, that's it. So you can see it's not very thick. A lot of times you'll see my scalp if I don't fluff my hair good enough. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you the Clump and Define cream, what it looks like. This is it, and it is called Avocado and Rose Oil Clump and Define Cream. It's their medium moisture line, and directions say this product is extra concentrated, which is very true. So apply a small amount of cream to sections of hair. Product is thick and hair must be wet for most effective distribution. After applying cream, scrunch hair, then air dry or diffuse. For volume, flip hair upside down and diffuse. So there's a lot of good ingredients in the product. There's avocado oil, obviously that's in the name. There's aloe leaf juice, shea butter I see in here, vitamin E, virgin black cumin. Gosh, there's a lot of things in here. Absinthium seed oil, fenugreek, which I know is an Ayurvedic herb, and I like to use things like that to help strengthen and thicken my hair. So anyway, it's got a lot of good ingredients in it, and this is what it looks like. Very thick. It's not going anywhere. So again, use sparingly like it says. It's very concentrated. Just going to use some alligator clips like this. I usually take about 3 sections. I'll take the bangs, which are, I don't know if they're considered bangs anymore. They're kind of growing out at this point. And the midsection. Just gonna clip that there, and then I have the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to apply in sections, and I'm just gonna take a very tiny bit per section, maybe about that much. My hair gets weighed down very easy, but if you can see, if you emulsify, it's a very thick cream. I'm just gonna rake that through. And then I'm just going to go ahead and style brush with the Denman brush each section as I go, and I'll apply my gel at the end. I usually take my sections out to the side and kind of shake, get that definition. And now that we have product in the back section, so maybe I'll add a little bit of water to what I've already completed here. Trying not to get my wall. I'm gonna go ahead in and use the Bounce Curl Light Hold Cream Gel. Stick with the whole Bounce Curl line. So I'm gonna shake the bottle up a little bit, and we're gonna take maybe a dime size amount per section. About that. And if you can see, it's kind of like a milky texture, and it's dripping a little. Right, and it says to scrunch it in, so that's what we're gonna do. And you want to hear that sound. I don't know if that's translating well, but kind of like a squishy sound. Then you know you have enough water and product. Okay, so I'm going to take down the next section here and we're going to do the same thing. But what I'm going to do is divide this section in half so it's easier to work with. I'm going to tie this back up. Just going to add a little bit more water. And same thing, about that much product. Trying to stay away from my roots. All right, vertical sections again. Ooh, another tangle. Now that we have the Clump and Define in, we're going to add a little bit of gel, about a dime size again. And we're going to scrunch. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just glazing a little bit of gel over the top area there to help with frizz. And this is how the back is looking. All right, one section left to do. And again, just a very tiny bit. Okay, for the front section, I'm just going to pull everything forward and take horizontal sections here. All right, and gel. What I'm going to do is flip over and just add probably a dime size more of the gel to the back area to help with frizz. Okay, I'm going to take a pick. This is actually called the Spriggle. It's for fine curly hair, and as you can see, there aren't as many of the prongs, so it doesn't break up your curl clumps as much. And I'm just going to lift at the roots, just so my hair doesn't stick to my scalp. All right, it's time to diffuse. I'm going to go in with medium heat and low speed in the beginning, and then I'll switch to cool towards the end. I'm going to hover diffuse, and I'll start at my root area, and then once that area is dry, I'm going to go from the bottom and scrunch up. So I will see you in a few. I'm going to go ahead and do this part off camera, and I'll be back to let you know if the Clump and Define cream works on low density fine hair like mine. All right, see you soon. If you are still sopping wet at this point, you can do two different things. You can air dry for a half an hour or so. You can also take your microfiber towel and scrunch some of the excess out before you go in to diffuse. That'll help a ton. Okay guys, I'm back and it's been a little while. Actually, I air dried for a little while and then I went in with the diffuser and then I ran a few errands and here I am. I haven't scrunched out the crunch or separated my curls. All right, so what I'm going to do next is start to separate my curls. I'm going to start by dividing them up. And again, just using a hair clip to pull everything up. And then you're going to want to grab your oil of choice. And today I'm going to use this. I have no idea how to pronounce it, so I'm just going to show you. And it's basically a multitasking oil that smooths frizz and seals split ends for a high gloss. All right. I'm just going to take one little pump. You can see that. And split my hair in half and just start the long process. I like to do a lot of dividing just because I have low density hair and it gives me the appearance of more hair. like that. So from this to this. Okay, we're just going to take down another section. Already. Nice. All right, by this point, most of the crunch is already gone just by taking the oil and separating my curls. But what I'm going to do is just rub the remaining oil left and scrunch out any remaining crunch. All right, much more volume. And the last thing I like to do is just use the hair pick and pick it out for a little bit more volume. I'm going to take my Spriggle hair pick. And lastly, just take your fingers and do a little root fluffing. Okay, here's the back. And the front. I definitely feel like I was still able to get bouncy curls out of my styling routine, even though the product was super thick. I'll let you be the judge, but my final thoughts are yes, low density fine curly hair can definitely use Bounce Curls Clump and Define cream with no trouble. You just have to tweak it, just like everything else. We have to tweak it a little bit to fit our hair needs. There's a few tricks that I would say you should use if you're going to use this cream. One would be to definitely take a very small size amount. If you saw in the video, you saw that I used literally a fingernail size amount. Two, you can water your hair down even more. Even you can water the product down by putting the product in your palm, adding a little water, and emulsifying it. Also, you can use your microfiber towel towards the end and scrunch out the excess product. That's helpful. I hope you enjoyed watching. If there's any other videos you'd like to see, please let me know down below in comments. And I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you next time.